Social media and websites might show you where you want to stay. Sales, they tell you when to book. But they rarely tell you where you actually are. I'm Megan, and yes, I talk about Sandals and Beaches resorts. The weekly sales, the promos worth booking, and the ones you can skip. Room categories, upgrades, insider tips, and how to actually get the best value for your vacation. But a resort doesn't exist in a vacuum. It sits on an island with a story, shaped by history, culture, food, people, and moments you'll never find on a booking page. On Islands Uncovered, we go beyond the resort gates. We talk about the islands and the people that Sandals and Beaches call home. The legends, the flavors, the unexpected stories hiding just beneath the surface. Because the best trips aren't just well priced, they're well understood. This is where smart booking meets storytelling. This is where vacations feel more meaningful. This is Islands Uncovered. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Islands Uncovered. My name is Megan. I'm the host and the owner of Dare to Dream Travel. I haven't been on in a while, but that is mainly because I've honestly just been really busy with booking. I have a lot of people traveling right now. And so when that happens, when the work piles up, when I get a lot of inquiries and I have a lot of people that I'm taking care of, the podcast, unfortunately, does fall to the back burner. But today I wanted to make sure that I came on because one of the biggest questions I always get asked from people is, what are the advantages of using a travel advisor? And there are many, but I have one right now that's a little bit more concrete, I guess, if you will. It's not just like, oh, well, we've got your back if something goes wrong, which is very important. And, I have contact with the resort. I reach out, let them know you're coming, all this stuff. That's all great. But what I have this week is an exclusive perk that I can add on to any trips that are booked between now and May 16th. So, what this is occasionally throughout the year, travel advisors or certain travel advisors that sell beaches and sandals, maybe a little bit more. Anyway, I got invited to a luncheon by Sandals and I went, and it's a chance for them to give us updates and, reach out, connect. That's all great. But occasionally what they do is they give us the opportunity, because we attended, to be able to gift you things to put on top of any new bookings. So, what that means for you is that I wanted to make sure to come on for anybody who is listening and is interested in booking a trip for putting a deposit down. You don't have to travel this next week. That would be insane. I mean, all the power to you if you can jump on a plane and go somewhere within the next couple days. But it's just for booking. You just have to put down a deposit between now and May 16th. And if you book a room at any of the resorts for 6 nights or more, and you stay in a club or concierge or butler room for those 6 nights, you have the option to choose one of the following incentives. You're going to see these same incentives a lot when we're able to offer them. These are pretty standard perks, but we're not allowed to gift them all the time. Travel advisors are only allowed to gift you things like this when we are approved by Sandals. I actually have to sign a contract with them to be able to gift you these things. So if you reach out and it's May 17th, or you're listening to this in the future, this promotion has passed, but I strongly encourage you to continue to listen to this podcast. Follow along on my TikTok and Instagram. I'll put it all in the show notes because social media is where I push this out immediately. So like I have been able to offer this for a couple days now. I just haven't had time to get on the podcast and let you guys know because I've been so busy with inquiries and booking and stuff. But yeah, so that's the easiest way to stay up to date. Now, what are the perks? Okay, sorry, I got a little distracted. The perks are $250 of spa credit that you can use. You can do a 3-hour Discover Scuba introductory program for two people. So it's the cost for two people to go. They give you an overview about the scuba and you get one dive while you're on the resort. Another option is to do what they call the credit combo. So that's going to be $100 towards the spa, 100 towards a private candlelight dinner, which is where it's just for two people. They set you up. You can be on the beach. You get a separate menu that you can choose from. It's romantic and something different than eating in the restaurants. So, and the cost of that is usually $199. So it's about half of that. And then you get a $50 Photoshop credit. So you can do that credit combo. Or the last thing is if you choose any of the resorts in Jamaica, or beaches, Turks and Caicos, because this applies to beaches as well. So beaches Negril, beaches, Turks and Caicos, or any of the Sandals properties in Jamaica, you have the option of choosing a free catamaran cruise for two people. The best value, I'll tell you, is if you're going to beaches, because the catamaran cruise is actually at beaches up to five people. So this is over a $500 value that you're getting. And we book trips, occasionally, and we went with some friends last year to beaches. We used this free catamaran cruise promotion. It was awesome. The kids loved it. We got to go out and see the iguanas. They got to snorkel, and they even got to jump off the back of the boat and had super fun going into the water. And yeah, it's a really fun experience. So if you are interested, if you've been eyeing up a trip to Sandals, this is an example of a great time why you can see a monetary reason of why you would use a travel advisor because travel advisors are, we're only able to offer these perks. It's not something that you're going to get through if you book on your own. So if you go on the Sandals or Beaches website, you're not going to see this promo listed. This is not for every travel advisor. These are just for select travel advisors who, attended certain things. Happens throughout the year when we go to they call back to the beach events where we go to the resort as it's a work trip, it's a learning opportunity. So those have actually been postponed right now. We haven't been able to go. So you haven't probably seen a lot of these extra travel advisor promotions throughout the year so far, maybe not as much as you normally would see. So again, you only have through May 16th, so just 1 week if you listen to this right away. But yeah, if you are thinking about going, this is when you can use me as your travel advisor. The cost is completely free to use my services, and we can tack on these extra promos if your trip applies. Oh, and I almost forgot. So they always also list a few resorts where if you are only staying 4 or 5 nights, you can also get a $100 spa credit. You still have to be in that club concierge or butler room, but it's still $100 towards the spa. And let me grab my sheet so I can cheat here and I'll tell you what resorts they are allowing this for. So this is going to be at Sandals Royal Curacao, Grand Antigua, Sandals Barbados, Sandals Royal Bahamian, Halcyon Beach in St. Lucia, and then the two beaches. So beaches Turks and Caicos and beaches Negril also have that $100 spa credit. And you can stack these promos, this travel agent promo, you can stack this on top of the other promos that are currently going on. So right now it's the summer sale with the airfare credit and the dollar amounts off. We can put this on top of that. So yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I just wanted to make sure that I had time to get this information out there to anybody who is listening and hears it and is interested in booking. As a reminder, I can only offer these incentives through May 16th. But if you are reaching out, if you're listening to this and the promotion is passed, reach out anyway because, I do these things occasionally and I always try to get you as many perks and the best deals as possible. All my info is in the show notes. I'll post them here if you're watching on YouTube. And I'm really hopeful that I'll have time later this week to do another weekly sandal sales report where we run through the 777s. And as a reminder, I am going down to Curacao in June as well. They are doing a big thing for the World Cup because the Curacao team, it's the smallest country to ever put a team into the World Cup. So they're doing some parties at the resort to help celebrate the World Cup celebrations. My husband and I are going to be down there during that time. I'm going to try to post videos and show you how the resort brings in things from off resort, yeah, that you can experience at different times. So reach out, let me know if you are interested, and we can price some stuff out for you, and we can try to stack on this promo for your next trip. Thanks for listening, and hopefully I will be back on again soon.